Do you want your videos to look more cinematic like this? Boom! Or like this for vlogging? Boom!
Okay, ngayon mag-interview po tayo ng mga babae naman kasi puro lalaki, sawa-sawa na kami sa hotdog. Tara na!
Or even a movie? Boom! Oh, wait, I haven't done that before. But in this video, we will learn the basics of Premiere Pro. So without further ado, let's roll the intro. No, not that intro. This intro.
In the lion's den, the blood is sinking in. See the sweat on the flesh, hear the whisper of death.
What is editing? Well, as Google said, editing is the process of selecting and preparing written, photographic, visual, audible, or cinematic material used by a person such as me to convey a message or information. In simple terms, a movie or editing can be lots of things. In reporting, movies, vlogging, or a simple infographic video like this. Diagrams are essential to device and process description, instruction, and specifications. Each part of the device must be labeled by name and motion indicated by arrows. Now, my profession is filmmaking. What is filmmaking? That's too advanced for you. For now, we will learn basics. I am Julian Miguel Gatchalian from STEM 12 1RA, and this is Basics in Editing in Premiere Pro. Now, let's go. Okay, before we start, we need to open the program first, of course. So, I'm gonna open Premiere Pro. Open Premiere Pro here. Okay. When you go in Premiere Pro, of course, you need to do a new project. So, we're gonna do that. Okay. Go to the new project. Name your projects as organized as possible. Don't do like other editors do, like just smash buttons like that. Don't do that. Be as organized as possible. You will thank yourself later. So we're gonna name our project Editing Basics. There you go. Once you open or create a new project, you're gonna see 4 main panels. So the first panel that we're going to talk about is the source panel. The source panel is where you can see raw and edited videos. Now, the media panel is one of the most important and organized panels because this panel will organize your videos according to their file type. So we're gonna go now to the program panel. The program panel is where you can see, put text, and put other elements in your main video. Now, we're gonna go to the timeline. This panel is the main panel that you need to pay attention. The timeline is where you can see all your video, your audio, your photos. So there are 2 sub panels. The tool panel, this is where you can see your selection tools, your track select forward tool, your ripple edit tool, your razor tool, which is we're gonna use later, the slip tool, the pen tool, the hand tool, and the type tool. Those are the most basic tools that you'll need in order to start editing. Now we know the basic parts of Premiere Pro. We're gonna move on to importing videos and audio. So, let's start. First, go to your media panel, double click. You can double click or you can right click and import. That's 2 basic ways of opening and importing videos in your program. So I mainly use double click because it's faster. So I'm gonna double click. I'm gonna go to my portable hard drive. and I'm gonna select my files for basic editing. So I've prepared my B-rolls. We're gonna use my B-rolls as an A-roll, the main content of the video. So I'm gonna import it all by selecting all of it. There you go, and open. So you need to wait for a few seconds here to import the files necessary in order to edit. So there you go. Preparing your timeline is a vital role in order to be more organized and to start editing, of course. So we're gonna start by clicking File, New, hover, don't click. Hover your cursor to New, then go to Sequence. We're gonna click the most basic and most used type of sequence, which is DSLR 1080p, that's the resolution of the video, and 30 frames per second. That's the frame rate of which your video is gonna depend on. So we're gonna click that and click OK. So now we're gonna put our audio here. We're gonna click this audio. I'm gonna drag my audio. You can drag it here like that. It's very easy. And we're gonna do a 10-second edit. We're gonna select our track, click the razor tool, and now you can cut your clip just like that. Now properly start the editing process. So I'm gonna use the razor tool again, cut. There you go. Then right click, use the selection tool again, then right click, then remove, then cut. There you go. So now you can click and drag the audio track to the 00 so that you can start editing. So that's basically it. Now that we know the basics of editing, the basics of cutting, importing, viewing the raw unedited files, now you're gonna watch me edit a simple video, a simple 15-second video, and then we're gonna add effects to it. So now that we know the basic parts of Premiere Pro, the basic tools on how to cut, how to add files on your timeline, how to add effects and transitions on your videos and your audio, now we're gonna learn the last step in order to finish your final output. So I'm gonna teach you how to export your video. So there are two types of exporting your video. I'm gonna show you the basic one. So I'm gonna show you, go to your file, go to your here, export media. See, so you need to wait. There you go. So in order to be more organized, you need to rename your file. So I'm gonna click the output name, click it, then I'm gonna rename it to final output for basic editing. So yeah, there you go. I'm just gonna click export in order to export your file properly. So here, so will take a couple seconds, and it's done. There, it's done. So we're gonna find our file here. We're gonna find our file. So Let me find our file here. So here you go. Here's your file. Final output for basic editing. So it's pretty. I know it's basic, but we are doing basics. That's why it's pretty basic. So now we've learned everything that needs to know for basic editing. So this video doesn't really just apply to Premiere Pro. It also applies to Filmora, Final Cut Pro, Sony Vegas, Kdenlive, Windows Movie Maker. So this applies to almost all of the basic editing softwares that you can see on your personal computer. Now that you've learned the basics, it's time for you to try.